Yo, what up? What's poppin'? Back at it again with another video for y'all. Just want to chat with y'all, give y'all some advice, give y'all some awareness, to help y'all wake up to what's really true out here. What I want to discuss with y'all is that program people. I mean, when we're born into this world, like none of us like asked to be in this world. If we asked to be in this world, like, we would be able to have choices. We will probably be able to choose who we want our family to be. We will probably be able to choose what race we want to be. We will probably be able to choose a lot of stuff. What race we want to be, what gender we want to be. But you see, we don't get to choose any of that stuff. But being born into this world, I mean, everybody should love their existence. I mean, when kids are growing up, every kid should love their existence. But you see, like, when you were a kid, like, they always see, and that's another thing too. Like, even in this new era, they always want to target the youth, because I know some of y'all, are like part of a religious family. I know how that is. Now, as a human being, am I an atheist? No, I'm not an atheist. I believe in Jesus. I believe in God. I pray. I read the Bible, but do I go to church every Sunday? No, I do not. And that's another thing too. I mean, I respect people for what they believe in. I know some people have a problem with the Holy Bible because of the Old Testament and the New Testament. I mean, I respect people for what they believe in, but when it comes down to like being a kid, like, even in this new generation, they always want to target the youth. Like, when you were a kid, they always want to program the kids with this. Like, being a part of a religious family, when you were a kid, you're pretty much like programmed to think that, like, if you don't go to church, that it's a bad thing. It is not a bad thing if you don't go to church, because when you become an adult, your mom and dad, they can't like make you go to church like anymore. And I also know that, like, with some of y'all growing up, that some of y'all probably been in some situations where your parents used to, like, like, force you to go to church. They used to beat you going to church, like spanking you to get out of the bed to go to church. But now that you're older, you just stop going. I don't go to church no more. you know a lot of stuff in church is just really, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in church that's really disgusting. Like when they always talk about saying kids need to be in church. I mean, you say that kids need to be in church, but at the same time, you don't really want kids to know what really goes on behind the scenes. You be having these people talk to the kids, and like the people that be talking to the kids at church be doing a lot of shady stuff behind the scenes. That's disgusting. Like, what I mean? And that's another thing too. When you a kid, your mom and dad be saying adult business, but I mean, come on now. I mean, parents, you don't want no weird person like talking to your kids. Like, when it comes down to kids going through stuff, going through like something, having some weird person say all types of stuff to them, it can pretty much like mess with them for their whole life. It can cause trauma. And when it comes down to that trauma, that'll never leave. It'll stick with them for their whole life. You know what I mean? But yeah, program people, going to school for 12 years to go learn about this, to go learn about that, to go learn a bunch of stuff that's not even going to serve us no purpose in life. It's just programming. We're programmed to think that if we get bad grades in school that we're not going to be successful. It's programming. There's a lot of people, there's a bunch of people, there's a million of people that got bad grades in school and they still became successful. There's a good amount of people that dropped out of high school that became successful. It's just programming. You know what I mean? Like you constantly have to deal with your parents telling you you gotta have good grades to be successful, and you probably in a situation where you don't even like school, you hate school, don't you? It's just program, and just like we're also programmed to think that the only way we can make money is by working a job we hate. No, there's other ways money can be made. There's other legal ways money can be made. And that's another thing too. When you a child, they always ask you what do you want to be when you grow up, and when you a child, when you a kid, you have big dreams. And I also know some of y'all as adults, I mean, including myself, I still have big dreams. I still have big dreams. I believe that my dreams can become a reality, and they are gonna become a reality. And I know y'all feel the same way. Like, I mean, we didn't get good grades in school to work a 9 to 5 job that we hate. We got good grades in school because we want to be successful. I mean, that's what y'all programmed us with, and we thought that what y'all were programming us with was true. But little did we know it was all a bunch of lies. We went to school for 12 years to get programmed, brainwashed, and lied to. But yeah, I mean, it's all programming. All of us have a purpose. All of us have a purpose. All of us have a passion. All of us have something that we're good at. Like I said, the Matrix. This is how the Matrix is. Being in the Matrix, you just get programmed with a bunch of stuff. And like I said, our parents, unfortunately, they're just brainwashed. They're just brainwashed. I mean, like, parents don't think that they can learn anything from their kids. Parents, I mean, unfortunately, you actually can learn something from your kids because, I mean, with them coming with another lockdown, you know, you gonna have to find some other ways to get you some money. And there are other ways you can get some money. Working a job that you hate is not the only way to make a living out here. What is something you love to do? What is something that makes you happy? What is something that keeps you at a high vibration? What is something that you always wanted to do, but you never had the faith in yourself? I mean, it's never too late. I mean, you can go ahead and get started on your stuff right now because time is ticking. There's no more time to waste. But yeah, I mean, it's just programming. And that's the thing about it. Being programmed, like I said, being in a religious family, like you get programmed to think that if you don't go to church that it's a bad thing. But a lot of stuff, when it comes down to us being programmed as kids, I mean, we were just kids. And even in this new era, I mean, they're just kids. We were just kids. I mean, we didn't really know any better. We didn't really know any better. You know, like we were just kids. But now that we got older, like we finished school, we started to realize, like what was school really for? It just seems to us that school was a waste of time. Like we went to school for 12 years just to go into a job that we hate. That's not success in our books. Success is happiness, making money, doing what we want to do, not going into a job that we hate. But yeah, I mean, it's just programmed. Program people. And I also know some of y'all are programmed to think that, like, if you get fired from a job, that it's a bad thing. See, your parents are so brainwashed, they don't even know that getting fired can be a blessing for you to start something new. Getting fired can be a blessing for you to start that business. Getting fired can be an opportunity for you to do what you want to do, to make money off of what you want to do. I tell you, man, parents are just some of the most brainwashed people on planet Earth. Parents, you can learn a thing or two from your kids. But yeah, I just wanted to share this video with y'all, because like, the Matrix, with the way the Matrix is ran, And it's like with them coming with another lockdown, I know people gonna be going crazy and stuff, being programmed, like going to school, and then like you get bad grades, you're programmed to think that you're not gonna make it that far. Don't believe that stuff. Kids, do not believe that stuff. And parents, don't like I said before, and I'm gonna say this again because it's very important. Mental health is more important than a kid's grades. You gotta keep a check on your kid's mental health. It's very important. Unfortunately, school is just not the place for the mental health. I mean, I'm not ashamed to say it either. I ain't ashamed to say it. It's just not. I mean, if they care so much about kids committing suicide, don't you think maybe it's time to make some changes? Don't you think maybe it's time to teach kids some real stuff? Don't you think maybe it's time to let kids know what's real, that the stuff that they're being taught is not even gonna serve them any purpose in life? Wake up. But yo, program people, program people. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on my channel, comment, share. Love y'all.